Joining us now to discuss, Illinois Democratic Senator and Iraq War veteran Tammy Duckworth. Senator, thanks for spending some time with us. The defense authorization bill usually has broad bipartisan support, but senators have voted along party lines here. Why did you vote no?
Well, because enough is enough. This war has been a disaster, the war in Iran, and I'm not going to vote to authorize any more defense spending unless it includes my amendment that will hopefully lead to the end of this illegal war. Basically, it's going to force the administration to come forward and explain to the American people why they're doing this. Frankly, the cost of the war is already too high.
How realistic is it that that happens?
Well, you know, under the way it used to be when we were very bipartisan, we would actually have those conversations. And we did have a resolution, as you might recall, just a few weeks ago that passed on the floor of the Senate as well as the House, calling for an end to the war.
And yet the war has not ended. Are you concerned, though, that voting down this defense spending bill is going to leave the military without critical funding it needs?
Well, the military has the critical funding that it needs, but simply throwing more money at an out-of-control operation in Iran is not strategy, right? It's a recipe for a forever war, and that is an even more dangerous situation to put our military men and women in, that they would be involved in a forever war. And frankly, President Trump ran for the presidency on ending and getting America out of forever wars, and yet he's out there starting new wars all over the place. And frankly, the stakes couldn't be any higher. We've lost 15 service members to this war. Many more are injured. And here at home, we're not better off. We're not better off than before Trump started his war of choice. Gas prices are through the roof. My farmers are in trouble because of their input prices. Hundreds of billions of dollars have already been spent. And now he's asking for another $300 billion to rebuild Iran. You know, I have bridges in Illinois that need to be fixed. I have locks and dams on the Mississippi that, you know, takes out crops to the market. I'd rather fix America before I fix Iran. And yet this president continues to pursue this war of choice at the expense of the American people. And so I can't vote for this.
Senator, before I let you go, I wanted your thoughts as a veteran, as someone who served. You've probably seen by now the reporting that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has unveiled a new screening program for troops age 30 and older for testosterone deficiency. Let's listen to what he said.
While we invest heavily in our weapon systems, platforms, and gear, our most decisive tactical advantage will always be the individual warfighter. We have a sacred duty to maintain that advantage, which is why we must constantly look for new ways to optimize your performance, your resilience, and your long-term health. And to meet that commitment today, I'm authorizing a new screening program for testosterone deficiency for our service members, ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate at your absolute best.
Senator, I would love your thoughts on this. We're in the midst, as you mentioned, of the war in Iran. Your thoughts on this particular program to screen for testosterone deficiency and your thoughts on Pete Hegseth's priorities.
Well, it sounds like gender-affirming care to me, so I'm glad he has come around to supporting gender-affirming care. Look, I'm all for expanding access to health care for our troops, but why would we want to stop at testosterone? Let's extend hormone screenings for all of our brave service members to help us identify fertility issues, for example, since studies show that both women and men in our military disproportionately face higher rates of infertility than the general population. And frankly, if the testing reveals hormones are low for men or women, let's allow all of our heroes to be able to voluntarily sign up for IVF treatment to help them grow their families. Because frankly, we are more likely to lose our investments in our heroes. If they can't have access to IVF treatment to start their families, they're going to leave the military after we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to train them. But, I mean, frankly, this is just one more performative bullshit from the least qualified Secretary of Defense in our nation's history. He has no idea what makes our military strong. And frankly, he's failing at the war in Iran. He has no strategy. He has no end plan. He needs to be focused on that and less on testosterone.
Senator Tammy Duckworth, not mincing words there. Thank you so much. Appreciate you spending some time with us today.